Hey, here we are at the aftermath, the after party, the cleanup from this annual event, the New Hampshire Conference for Women, and I want to share a really vomitous story. My heart is still pounding from it. So I was one of the speakers today, and I shared a stage with some really powerful, phenomenal women, and maybe I psyched myself out, but I got up on that stage and there were bright lights in my face, so you can't see the hundreds of people in the crowd, and the monitor is counting down my 45 minutes down, and I could feel, I'm not sure if this ever happens to you when you are not on your A game, you can feel your whole body feels different. I could feel that my face wasn't smiling. I could feel that I was just totally not in alignment, but I didn't know how to stop it. So I was 16 minutes, they're doing some cleanup here, 16 minutes into this phenomenally horrible speaking event. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not being clear. The speaking event is amazing. This event is amazing. I personally tanked on stage. So 16 minutes in, I didn't know how to stop. It was a freight train of disaster. So I asked to turn the house lights on, and I said it out loud, interrupted everything I was saying, like, I feel terrible. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't have my groove. And you know what happened when those house lights came on? I could see people's faces. And then I was reminded, this is why I do this work. I don't want to be standing up here completely anonymous. I want to engage with people. I want to teach information that can be transformative immediately. I'm more interested, sorry bud, I'm more interested in the speed of implementation than good content. I want people to walk away with hard and fast things to do immediately. And I couldn't see. That first half of the presentation was so bad and so uncomfortable, and it's because I wasn't talking to anybody, and it was dreadful. It was so dreadful. And so after I asked for the house lights to be on, was able to connect, then I felt like, I'm me again. I felt lighter, I felt more aligned with the messaging that I was sharing, the language that I was using, my colorful language. I feel like I was moving my body in a different way, and I knew, this is what I'm called to do. This is the work I'm called to do. But it was absolutely not right. But this is the interesting thing. So after I got off the stage, it was lunchtime, and I'm back in my little vendor booth down in the exhibit hall, and a bunch of people who have known me for a long time came over to say, what just happened? One woman came over to me and said, oh my gosh, Emily, that was so uncomfortable, that first part. I wanted to go up on stage and shake you. What are you doing? You just look blank. You weren't even there, but then you turned it around. And then another woman who I don't know said to me, I wondered, how did this woman get up on stage? She's terrible. And she wrote a note to her friend at the event while I'm speaking, boring. And she moved that note over to her friend, and then her friend wrote back, monotone. And she said that the two of them were going to get up and leave because it was so bad. My presentation was so bad, but lunch was next, and they didn't want to lose their seats. This was not pretty. I was extremely 100% uncomfortable. I wanted to cry. I wanted to fake an injury. I wanted to play out in traffic on Elm Street. Here I am down in Manchester, downtown Manchester. I did not know what to do. Accidentally taught a life lesson while I was up there, because as soon as those house lights came on and I could see people, I felt human again. I felt like I was connecting with humans again. If what you are doing is not working, stop. Ask for help. In my case, I wanted those lights to be on because I wanted to see people. But I carried on for so long and so uncomfortable. I was not delivering value. I could tell that other people were uncomfortable, all the things. So then I opened it up for question and answers, and people were saying, nice things about, I'm glad you did something different, because something wasn't right, it was clear. But one woman said, if she stood up with a microphone, hundreds of people, and asked me on stage, if you knew it wasn't working, why did it take you so long to do something different? You called me out on stage, what am I supposed to do, right? So the thing that I said, the thing that I'm saying now is we overstay our welcome in uncomfortable situations all the time. And for me today on stage, I thought this is going to get better. I'm going to find my groove. This is all, the words are going to come out of me. I always have a lot to say, but so much of that is divine inspiration. Just speak through me. Speak through me. These might be my words, but this is not my message. So instead, I needed to stand up and be really clear. Stop the presses, and the entire energy of the room changed. But it was really uncomfortable, and I'm still uncomfortable about it. I've never wanted to get off stage in that sort of way. But anyway, this is it. If what you are doing is not working, stop doing it. Here we are at the New Hampshire Conference for Women. This is now, we're just cleaning up. There are hundreds of women here all day. Phenomenal speakers, excellent food, good community, excellent connections, and I know this whole event was not about me, and me being uncomfortable in my own skin for that period of time was a me problem. I know, it doesn't matter what other people think, right? This is how I ended. Other people's opinion of you is none of your business. Take your own advice. Anyway, you have a beautiful night. Pivot, girl. When it's not working for you, pivot.